Bonjour! So we are back in Riverview for still on the same project I've started for February. This is going to be the last video in February if I'm planning that well. But it's going to be where the bistro is, and the other ones I'm going to link to pin on the screen the playlist about Riverview, but I'm tackling lots downtown here on the island. Today's lot's going to be this one. Let's check it out in Edit Town, but it's going to be a let's build. I already know because it's the same rabbit hole building that there was in Sunset Valley, so it's quite Parisian looking, I would say, except for a window type that is not Parisian, well, not French at all. That, you know, when you're sliding up and down the pane, the bottom one, that's not something we have here. So it's a little Corsican bistro, so I need to find another name. And 20 by 25. I'm going to do a quick tour of the lot itself to pick up some ideas, but I'm thinking I'm going to go for this one with a coffee shop, so Java Hut. Here from University Life. So here we go. This is the window I was talking about. That's not French, but the roof like that, mansarde, very Parisian. So it's next door to the museum and across the street from the theater. And there is a terrace over there facing the park here. A corner lot. Is this the entrance to the cafe, to the bistro itself? Oh, this one should be the main entrance, I guess. The building itself is very nice. It's just, I don't think it's something that really fits the area. So I'm going to try and do something quite different. And that's why it's going to be let's build. A bit like for the spa. I'm going to take a few features as inspiration for the building I'm building. At the back there is almost nothing, like just a parking spot over there. See, the lot is not that small. I can actually have different buildings on it. I'm going to use a rabbit hole rug, but I'm not sure if I use the bistro one or the diner one. Maybe the diner one, because I think the bistro one, the Sims are switching to a more formal wear when they go there. And the idea is to have a coffee shop, mostly. Oh, we can see through the window? Oh, okay. I never noticed. So I'm thinking of having it more like a daytime place here than a restaurant where the Sims would go to in the evening for a night out. Coffee shop with a terrace. And I'm thinking at least 2 different buildings on the lot, maybe more. The building is L-shaped. Do I keep... I'll see what I'm going to incorporate to the lot while I'm doing it. Okay, so that's the main ideas there. Let's get to it. So the coffee shop, it wound up being... How many is it? 3 buildings on that lot. So there is a coffee shop with there is a back door on the other side where there is an entrance for pretend apartments above the coffee shop, and then there is a smaller building on the side. So I'm going to change that because I started without really having a floor plan. I just had an idea of having a terrace at the front and a main big room with enough space for... at first I think I started with the oven from the store for the restaurant, and then I switched it to the bakery oven, still from the store. I've removed it, but I wanted to be sure there was room to have it if need be. And so 3 buildings. So the one on the front, it's also it's a bit weirdly shaped, but yeah, there is an access at the back which opens on the second floor to two different wings. So the building here I'm doing with the tower above the main entrance to the cafe, and so these are going to be apartments above the coffee shop, but then I'm doing another building on the side, and that one it's also accessible. The upper floors are also accessible here from the same entrance. So I've left the bottom floor of that building. It's closed off from the other part of the building. I made it like private in a way. It's where I've put a PI's office there, because I wanted to have a PI's office in town, and I was thinking downtown could be a nice place to have that. So I'm trying here, but it can easily be changed to something else. So here I'm doing the back entrance, which is the entrance to the different apartments on the upper floors of the coffee shop and of that building here. And then the small house on the side has also a private access. So there, the third building, it's a small house which is one of the side is the one where the terrace for the coffee shop is. So here I'm doing it, and half the house on the first floor is actually the bathroom for the coffee shop. At first I wanted that part to be the kitchen for the coffee shop, thinking it might be, you know, I was again a bit more, maybe more like let's use the oven for the restaurant, but then I opted for an open kitchen in the main room, so I didn't need that space anymore, and instead I've turned it into the bathroom. And the other part is as if it's a private house, with the second floor being all the private, it's just for the house, and there are level skip markers on the top floors, so that the only one that is visible when you open the lot, when the SIMS arrive on the lot, it's just the first floor that is visible, with hidden room markers for the apartment buildings, well, the corners leading to the apartments, so that the SIMS don't venture over there, because they will if there are no markers, but they can be removed, the markers, and all the apartments are, if you remove the markers, they are accessible, meaning that I've put staircases and doors. It's just that I haven't done the wallpapers there. I haven't put anything there, because I almost did something I might do it on another lot, but yeah, I didn't there. So I haven't put any items on the upper floors, even though they could be visible from the outside, so not even curtains or stuff like that, because it's a small area downtown, so it's a plus because everything is there and you can have different lots, and the drawback to that is that the lots don't render as well, and they are also there's a lot of content in a smaller space, let's say, because of the closeness of all those lots together. So doing the cafe, and that's the open kitchen I went for. So you can see the bakery oven there. I'm going to remove it, of course, and instead I put two different, well, not different, but it's the same one, electric stove, one on top of the other, and they can't really use it, I think, without a mud. So, but if you have a mud, it can be used. Well, the one at the bottom can be used. The one on the top, I've never tried actually. Don't think I have. But yeah. So then I kept changing the colors of the color scheme I was going for, but it's mostly orange and yellow, I think. And for the walls, there are some walls with a pattern, and the other ones are white or a dark grey. Yeah, and so yeah, I didn't really have like an inspiration for the cafe. Just I spent quite some time there, so I kept coming back and thinking, oh, maybe I could add that or not. So here it's another day and I'm doing something a bit different, because I ended up using the Domino's table, for instance. I wasn't sure at first. I had put it aside, but it takes room, so so I wasn't sure. I knew I wanted to have the karaoke machine there, but I wasn't sure for anything else to keep the Sims busy, and I tried to think about the other lots I already know I would like to have in that town, and what could be different on each lot, you know, so that they don't have always the same things to do on all the lots. So that's where here I did not go with the restaurant idea per se, but more of a coffee shop, a daytime coffee shop, because I'm thinking the bistro can be elsewhere. So the rabbit hole rug I've used, it's outside on the sidewalk in front of the building, and it's the diner one, because it can still dine outside of the rabbit hole. So they can go and dine at the different tables, and they can buy something in the rabbit hole and come over and sit at a table to eat what they have just bought. Though they could not do that the first time I playtested it, because I had put a plant on top of the table, and it was blocking the access when they had a dish. It was blocking the access to the table, so they could not sit down there. They used the counter stools, but not the table at first. So what I did is that I use debug enabler to have the plant on top of the table, so it's not really there. It's yeah. So they do use the table. Going to change that. The pancake, I'm going to switch to another Showtime item, which is like a sundae in a cup or something like that, a glass with some dessert in it. Not my specialty. It's a chocolate one, and because it's taller, so like the idea of advertising a bit more that it is a cafe. For the sign, I did use the one from University Life. It's not recolored, so it's green and bluish green. And yeah, the idea is that it is a cafe / bakery. So how have I called it? Like, it's so baking good, I think I've called it. It might change. So the one that stuck in my mind when I was trying to find a name for that coffee shop here, and bakery, coffee shop and bakery. And then the bathroom, so there is 2 toilet stalls and a potty and a pretend changing table, because it's family friendly. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that there is an area for the toddlers to play on. There's not a toddler mat, but there's somewhat. I think I've put a rug there, and I've put a toy chest, and then I've also added the xylophone near the karaoke machine. So what I've done is that I made the area bigger because I play tested it before I was done with the lot, just to see if everything was accessible, and a lot of people were crowding the area near the karaoke machine, which is on a platform. And then I made that area bigger so that it would accommodate more Sims, but it looked empty, so I added a xylophone. I think they step over it if there is no toddler there. So then next door in the house building that is at the back of the coffee shop, that's where I've made the PI's office, and there is also a bathroom there and a very small bedroom, thinking if they need a nap in between cases, and what have I added there? At first I put a microwave, but I wanted putting a coffee machine there because I think it's just because there is a decor item, I managed to put inside another one. It sounds weird when I say it like that. I managed to disguise it a bit because it looks a bit too old-fashioned, and so I disguised it with another item, but the plates are still visible. And it's the one where it's from Supernatural, and it's one where there are mugs, so here. And so since there were mugs, I was like, I need a coffee machine there. But at the same time, if too many Sims come over there to drink their coffee, it could be removed and instead have something else or nothing. It's just a counter, some more counter space there. And as I've said, a very small bedroom and a very small bathroom. The sink is even outside the bathroom in the corridor. And then the finishing touch, just to add a few more, to tie it in with the neighborhood a bit more. So I might do some adjusting to that lot or other ones. I already did the library as a new roof, a regular one this time, because it was bothering me, but I won't re-upload the lot except if there is a big issue with them. Those changes will be for the save file version. So, overview of the lot. So there is only one floor that is really accessible here, and I've put hidden room markers. The cafe first. There is the rabbit hole rug for the diner here, so they can eat outside, get drinks, attend cooking class, become a partner. They can visit the diner, join the culinary career, eat in the rabbit hole. Then there is the terrace over there with a few tables, and inside there are 2 tables, counter stools over there, so 3 seats, and the other table here is actually the dominoes table, so they can play. There is a high chair for the babies, toddlers here, and a small toy chess corner to keep them busy. Another way to have them busy is to play on the xylophone over there. And then there is the karaoke machine here, and the barista bar, snow cone machine over there, and the fridge. And then small bathroom over there with a potty, 2 toilet stalls, a fake changing table because it's family friendly, and 2 sinks. Then, whoop, we're going to move to the building next door, which is the PI's office. So with the door here, and then the office itself. So there is not much, but I've left the coffee machine. And there is a small fridge here, desktop computer. Didn't put the whiteboard because I didn't want them to be too attracted to that room. There are a couple of bookcases, a toilet, sinks, and a small room. So there are actually 3 buildings on that lot. Here we go, view from above and from the back. So that's it for that lot, for that Let's Build. And for the Riverview renovating building spree of February, I'm going to show you let me show you the neighborhood. So I've changed the rooftop here. I've put a real one. Here is the neighborhood for now. I'm going to keep on renovating or building lots here. I might do a quick one in beginning of March because I've got family coming over, so I won't have as much time to make videos or edit at that time. So that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. À bientôt.